Accidents in 6 months, repeated incidents involving MaxAir have reignited discussions about aviation safety in Nigeria, highlighting growing concerns about airline accountability and regulatory oversight. In the past 6 months, the airline has recorded 3 aircraft accidents, raising alarm over potential systemic issues. The most recent occurred on Tuesday when a MaxAir flight crash landed at Malam Aminu International Airport in Kano after losing its landing gear tire. While no casualties were reported, the frequency of such incidents is unsettling. I beg your pardon. Notably, the same Boeing 737 aircraft that suffered an engine fire in Maiduguri last December was involved in Tuesday's crash landing. In another incident last July, 4 tires burst on a MaxAir Boeing 737 during takeoff in Yola, forcing the plane to abort its journey. Despite the absence of fatalities, passengers remain shaken by these repeated close calls. Concerns have also been raised over whether the airline has compensated those affected. Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo previously acknowledged systemic issues in the industry, revealing that some airlines submit falsified audit and safety reports. These practices, if unchecked, could endanger passengers and further erode trust in Nigeria's aviation sector. As these incidents pile up, the pressing question remains: what measures are being taken to ensure passenger safety and restore confidence in air travel? I think that would be my question basically. What measures are being taken to ensure passenger safety and restore confidence in air travel?
Well, so when it comes to the aviation sector, so I feel like the government is not really doing much. Just like the reports, the story says that some of these airlines, they submit falsified reports. You understand? Because if these reports are being submitted in their real authenticity, I'm not sure some of these airlines would have 2 flights.
Yeah.
You understand? Nationwide. You understand? So the reason why they do this is because the government is not really checkmating these reports. Yeah. So we have a lot of airlines in Nigeria that fly every single day, and then some of these airlines they have technical issues that needs to be resolved. But this is Nigeria. They must make money, and then endangering the lives of people. Because once the plane takes off and then they are far above in the sky, it's between you and your God to ensure that you land
safely.
So I feel like the FAAN, which is in charge of all of that, should ensure that aside these reports being submitted, you should also confirm the authenticity of these reports. You should also periodically go around these airlines and then take a careful study on the condition of these aircraft. You understand? So the governments can afford it. Get technicians, get people who are experts in all of this to checkmate these flights, these aircraft, and then so that we'll not be having stories of aircraft crash landing and all of that. So it's really the duty of the government. Like, the government has a major role to play when it comes to ensuring safety of lives and properties.
Okay, but how often do you think these aircraft should be checked? Because I believe that these oftentimes this flight takes off almost every day. People travel on daily basis. How often do you think these flights should be checked? And then it's also possible. I mean, this is not. I know that in vehicles, like in cars, you can have some equipment in the boots that, if in cause of for you to check anything, you could just come down and check. Is that also possible with aircrafts?
No, it's not. So before. So I've had the opportunity to actually board a flight when I was way younger, right? So, and while I was there, right, so I could literally I saw that they had technicians who were there, to check the aircraft before it takes off, right? So, so they check, and then if there's a need for to refuel the aircraft, they do all of that, and then check for
little technical issues and then get it resolved before the plane takes off, right? So when it comes to how often should this be done, I feel this should be done monthly, right? I feel it should be done monthly because considering the cost that would come with you know, checking and all of that, so it should be done monthly. So if this is done monthly, so we have these airlines standing up to their feet and then doing their best. Do you understand? So I think with that, to a certain level, lives will be secured.
But the story has it that the government has intentions of compensating the families of the deceased. I mean, would that suffice for the loss of lives? I mean, how much would you give to these people to make them forget or be okay with the loss of a loved one?
Truly, no amount is enough. So even if you give them a blank check and then you tell them, okay, 1 billion, and then if you even have the 1 billion to give out, right? So let's just say you give them a blank check. No amount is enough to replace a life. Talk more of lives, right? So no amount is entirely enough. But you know, one of like money, for example, is it means that has been accepted for exchange, right? So one of the things that could, you know, help reduce the family members not taking this matter forward is when they actually get compensations. So when there's a compensation, you know, it helps to, you know, take care of the family while they are grieving and all of that.
Especially if that person probably was the breadwinner of the you know, one of the persons involved was the breadwinner of the family.
So the money goes a long way, rather, but it does not quantify the life that was lost.